Hi guys, it's Julian Hemmings here. I have been receiving some responses to one of the shorts that I put out in regards to civil forfeiture.
Civil asset forfeiture is really a mechanism by which the state and federal government can seize people's property without having to convict them of a crime. Most people can't afford to hire a lawyer to challenge it. It's really legalized robbery by law enforcement.
I'm making this video because I'm a bit disturbed by the level of hopelessness that my fellow Americans possess, how they respond when the civil rights or constitutional rights, are being violated. The level of nonchalance and expectation that people express to me on the comment section, quite frankly, is terrifying. It shows that our norms have extended to such a point that people really don't, in their heart of hearts, believe that when the government violates their rights, that they have enough of a voice to say something. This is nerve-wracking because it starts with us, guys. When we give up the fight, when we give up an inch, they will take a mile.
He asked me how much money I was traveling with.
Lee told him about the money his dad gave him, which he kept in the trunk.
He told me to turn on my air vents on high and roll up my windows and get out of the car because he was going to run a canine around it.
Dove didn't find drugs, but he did find the $2,400.
He said, no, I'm going to keep the money because I've concluded through my investigation here that you are traveling from Michigan to California to purchase drugs.
And I really hope that you all email me at jhemm@umish. Put my email into my description section because you guys matter, right? As we talked about in the video, the Fourth Amendment is very clear that you should not be subject to unreasonable searches and seizures. That there is a reasonableness test that's described within one of the cases that I presented within the video, and within that, for civil forfeiture, right? In California, from what I'm reading, there's a really strict standard that says that when the government is taking your assets, there must be a really good reason as to when they do it. Of course, I'm paraphrasing here, but as you've seen from the U.S. private vault case, there was no reason.
Hundreds of people across Southern California woke up to a nightmare.
The FBI executed a search on a business on Palm Drive and Olympic Boulevard this morning.
Even though none of the individuals were charged with a crime, their private security deposit boxes were seized by federal law enforcement. The FBI raided U.S. private vaults after the company had been charged with various crimes, including money laundering.
The affidavit supporting that warrant is sealed for now.
Over the next few days, federal agents opened all the boxes and then demanded that box holders submit to an investigation before getting their prized possessions back.
It was scary to learn that we had to submit our personal information to the FBI. We didn't do anything wrong.
Paul and Jennifer Snitko live in Southern California and have a good reason to keep their valuables in a vault.
It's the second fire in the area in less than 2 weeks.
The Pacific Palisades is in a fire-prone area. We've had to pack up a couple times on the cusp of evacuation, and we realized, as careful as we were with packing up, that we missed some stuff.
But their bank had a 2-year wait for security deposit boxes, so they started searching for another option.
I just did a simple Google search on safe deposit boxes. U.S. private vaults showed up.
Safe deposit boxes just got a lot safer.
They visited U.S. private vaults and were impressed with their security measures and the ease of accessing the boxes.
It's so easy. You pull up into the parking lot, you put your eyes in front of this iris scanner. If it's a match, click, and then you go past the actual bank vault door, which is equally as impressive.
They used their box to store possessions valuable mainly to them: Paul's father's will, backup hard drives, old family watches, and Paul's flight log.
At least you have some comfort that the things that really matter to you are in a safe place.
Paul and Jennifer had no idea that U.S. private vaults might have been breaking the law. The business had been open for years and was a member of the Beverly Hills Chamber of Commerce. But now, innocent people were caught up in a federal investigation.
I saw a headline reference an FBI raid, and in about a sentence or two later, my eyeballs fell on the keyboard.
I didn't want to read about all of this because it was so unsettling. And to be the person where it happened to, that's a whole new world for me.
When the Snitkos tried to get their property,
there was no explanation given to these people. and they've had to leave their assets. Robert Frummer explained to me that they not only sold $87 million, they quite possibly stole $100 million from Americans within the U.S. private vaults. U.S. private vaults was, I think it's a Denver-based bank, but they have branches all over the country, and this one was particularly in Beverly Hills. We don't care that the U.S. private vault itself was involved in money laundering. I have no empathy for lawbreakers, right? We are a system of laws, and that's understandable. But for Americans who are doing nothing but trying to have a safe and secure depositing experience, to have their rights, to have their objects and items that they're saving up for maybe retirement or purchasing a home like Linda Martin, be taken from them with ease like that? I mean, and you expect us to believe that it's for the greater good when they were never involved in any money laundering. We're treating them as though they're criminals. And that's what's hurtful about the situation. And so this should not make anyone hate this government, to be interested in, because we as Americans have an oath to form a more perfect union, to understand that we have civil liberties and to protect them, irrespective of our race, gender, or sexual orientation, right? When one of us have our norms violated, our civil rights violated, that makes us all unsafe. So please, guys, don't get comfortable with these type of situations. Don't get comfortable, okay? Right? We have a constitution that was put in place to protect you, a Bill of Rights that was put in place to protect you. You matter. We matter in this country, okay? So please email me. I'm not an attorney, but I know attorneys that will take on your case. This is not legal advice, right? You do whatever you want, but it's something that really counts here. I'm not talking about as a lawyer. I'm not talking as a lawyer right now. I'm not a lawyer. I'm an activist. I'm talking about someone that cares about the rule of law, of someone that loves our country. And I think that we should really, really stand up when it comes to these types of violations. No matter where you come from or what you look like. You know, some people think this is an unpopular issue that I'm taking on, right? Because they're thinking, oh, U.S. private vaults in Beverly Hills, they must be rich. No. These are people that are saving up funds, doing the right thing, trying to protect themselves. One of the customers was someone who was saving up silver, their items and assets taken away from them. This is something that I'm sensitive to. For the California court to reject the class action suit that was presented by the Institute of Justice, what does that say for our constitutional rights? What does that say for our norms? Their assets were taken without any reason whatsoever. No reason at all. No reason at all. Yet, we should accept that. That decision by that judge to not pursue this, that decision by that judge to not pursue this, in essence, this is not legal advice, okay? I'm just giving what I think here, my own personal thoughts, right? In essence, it makes the Fourth Amendment moot. Because at the heart of the Fourth Amendment is a restriction against unreasonable searches and seizures. And to search, and for the FBI to search and seize without reason, and we call that constitutional, is antithetical to the very notion of the Fourth Amendment. How is this okay? So guys, please contact me. Contact the Institute for Justice, matter of fact. Forget me. Contact the Institute for Justice. Tell them what's going on with you. Please, let's go make a difference, guys. This matters, okay? You matter. You count. Your constitutional rights matter. They count. No matter where you come from, what you look like, no matter how rich you are, no matter how poor you are, you're an American, they count. You matter. Okay, you pay taxes. You matter. Okay, thank you guys. I'm going to go back to my jog. All right, have a good one.